Hello, everyone. Welcome. We are doing the Tarot Astrology for the week of February 1st, 2023. Welcome to everybody joining us on YouTube and on TikTok. Thank you so much for being here with us tonight. So, you guys know the drill. We're going to hit all of the signs. I'm going to be reviewing the comments in the YouTube and on the TikTok channels to see which ones that we do first. We will hit all of them tonight. And let's get started. So, the first sign that we will be getting to today is Aries. If you are an Aries, sun, moon, or rising, tap that screen. If you know an Aries, sun, moon, or rising, now would be a great time to share the live so that they don't miss their reading. What do we have coming in store for Aries today? Let's find out. Can I please get 3 cards to get us started? 3 cards for Aries. All right, we've got 2 coming out here. Can I please have the 3rd card? All right, we've got 3 cards out for Aries. So the first thing that we are seeing as it relates to Aries this week is we have the 8 of Cups in its reversal. So Aries, there is a decision that you have been holding back on. There's something that is creating a block right now as it relates to your path moving forward. You understand this block. I need to point this out. This is something that you are very much in evidence of, but you are being very reluctant or resistant to take the signs that you have to move forward and continue in this particular direction. I see here why we get some clarity on this. This is also coming through right now as a King of Cups in its reversal. Now, this is going to hit a little bit differently depending on whether you align to feminine or masculine energy, bearing in mind that this is not based on gender, but what you feel most aligned to. Now, if you are a feminine Aries energy, this could be interpreted as you choosing not to move forward right now due to the fact that a lot of your concentration is potentially on this masculine representation of energy that is at a bit of an emotional deficit. This could be either appearing in one of 2 ways. This could be either a over emotionality, a way over emotionality or over expression of emotions, or it could be a reluctance or a withdrawal of all emotions. Either way, this energy is in its deficit, so it's not having a great possibility in being able to handle what they're experiencing right now. But you are not ready to move away from this energy, as we see indicated by this 8 of Cups in its reversal. However, for masculine Aries right now, this is going to be speaking about an emotional deficit that you yourself are experiencing. Something right now has you in this moment where you are feeling way too overly emotional, or you're not being able to connect with your emotions enough. And either way, it is this disruption point that is making it hard for you to choose how to move forward right now. However, we also see here even more of that inability to move forward indicated with the 2 of Wands in its reversal. So for feminine energy right now, what we could really be seeing is, again, due to this energy of the masculine that is you're currently experiencing, whatever this is, you don't want to move away from it, but you also are having a hard time seeing a path forward. And this is causing a bit of a block for you right now. It's this over focus or inability to figure out what this energy needs or desires from you that is causing this disruption point right now. Whereas for masculine Aries, what we're really seeing is you are in a place right now of such over emotionality, or something has you so deep in your emotions that not only are you finding it unable to move forward, but you're also unable to move forward because you're not sure what that perception is as it relates to what you want to do from this point. So for masculine Aries in particular, one of the things that would be very important to do right now is truly to focus on what you are trying to manifest in the next few months and allow this to help you at this point where you're feeling that the emotions cannot carry you through. For feminine Aries right now, the advice could really be to potentially put some more of the concentration back towards yourself right now so that you can continue on a way forward, even with the situation of this masculine being in its deficit. Bottom of the deck right now for our Aries is 3 of Pentacles. Now, this is really indicating that there is something about the foundations around the Aries energy that does need to be addressed, that something is being shown in this ability to move forward that is really showing that something does not have a strong foundation that was built in the Aries previous history, and it's this foundation that is currently being rebuilt or needs to be addressed that is really going to allow for those movements as you go forward from this point. This could feel like a bit of a difficulty this week, Aries, but again, really focus on your grounding, focus on what you want to see in your future outcome right now is really what's going to help you through this week. Thank you so much to our Aries. And we are going to continue right now. We are doing all of the signs today. I'm going to take a look at the comments to choose what the next sign we will be doing is. If you are just joining us, we just got started. If I've already done your sign, never fear, because it will all be up on my YouTube channel once this is complete. Thank you to everybody joining us on both YouTube and TikTok. I'm now going to take a look at the comments to choose what the next sign we will be doing is. I am looking right now and I am seeing Virgo. Virgo will be the next sign that we will be doing right now. If you are a Virgo sun, moon, or rising, tap that screen. If you know a Virgo sun, moon, or rising, now would be a great time to share the live. Thank you guys so much. All right, what do we have coming through right now for our Virgos? Can I please get 3 cards to find out what is going on with the Virgo energy this week? 3 cards, please. We have 1 coming out. Can I please have 2 more cards? And we've actually got 4 cards coming out for Virgo this week. We're going to take all of them. What is going on for our Virgos? The first thing we are seeing for our Virgos this week is Temperance in its reversal. So Virgos, you are feeling really called to move forward in some capacity today, this week, as it relates to some circumstance or situation that you are experiencing. This could be a situation that you held off on doing something for quite some time, and this is the week you're really getting guidance or that spiritual hint that you should really move forward on it today. The issue around this situation or circumstance is one with the 7 of Wands and it's upright. So this could be indicating a situation or scenario right now that gives some clarity as to why you may have been holding off on this. Because something around this circumstance or scenario is really testing your own will. It's testing your own determination. You feel like you have to fight for something that is a given, that you are in a kind of a higher ground with. And this is a good sign for Virgos this week to really choose your battles, to ask yourself, what are the things that you feel really deserve your energy to push against? And what things do you feel like you just don't need to actually even fight with because you know you have that higher ground? Whatever this is what you are going to be trying to move forward with this week. Whatever this area is in your life, Virgos, that is really calling you to show your integrity, to show that this matters to you, and being able and being ready to fight for it is one of the benchmarks that is the thing that you need to move forward with this week. We're also seeing here one of the other reasons you're being called to move forward this week, Virgos, is the fact that we see some cycle completing in your path right now, as is being indicated by the 10 of Swords in its reversal. So what this really says is there is some cycle that was potentially very difficult or very painful. This might have been one of the reasons you were holding on action prior to this moment, Virgo, allowing this cycle to draw to a close. But whatever this is, Virgo, you have now acknowledged that old phase is over. Whatever was causing you pain or difficulty has reached its conclusion point, and now you are ready to push forward into the areas that you feel most determined to push forward in. Continuing to get clarity, whatever the circumstance or situation is, you are no longer dueling about whether to stay in or not. We are seeing this with the 5 of Wands in its reversal. You have made peace with these old circumstances or situations that were causing you some sort of pain or difficulty. And rather than resting in this point of conflict, you're really using this as an opportunity to drive forward into these new cycles, to really, and you're not waiting at all. You're really just moving forward with as much speed and expediency as possible because you feel that you are in the right. You understand that this is what is meant for you, and you're allowing your integrity to drive you forward away from those things that have caused you pain into the path that you know is meant for you. Bottom of the deck right now on the Virgo energy is Lovers. So there may be a lot of investigation right now, Virgos, on partnerships. This doesn't necessarily need to resonate with romantic connections, but it certainly can, as this talks about any deep spiritual connection that is occupying your space and your mind right now, Virgos. And you're putting a lot of thought towards the energies that you are choosing to move forward with from this point. And a lot of this is also showing what you are choosing to fight for. So this could be you fighting to preserve a connection, or this could be you moving away from connections that are not serving you towards those connections that you feel are. Thank you so much, Virgos, for being here for this reading. We are going to continue right now. Welcome everybody joining us. We are doing the tarot astrology for all the signs. If you've already missed your sign, never fear. We are going to have all of these up on my YouTube channel at the conclusion of this, so you'll be able to find it there. I am going to continue right now. I'm going to name off the ones that we've done so far. If you'd like yours next, now would be the time to put it in those comments. Tap that screen. Let's find out what we're doing next. So far, we have done Aries, Virgo, and the next sign we are doing is Sagittarius. Sagittarius, sun, moon, or rising. Tap that screen. Let me know that you're here. If you know a Sagittarius, sun, moon, or rising, now would be a great time to share the live so they don't miss their reading. What do we have coming forward this week for the Sagittarius energy? Let us find out. Can I please get 3 cards for Sagittarius right now? 1 card is out. May I please get 2 more cards? We've got a second card here. And can I please get a 3rd card for our Sagittarius? And we've got our 3rd card out. One of the things that's immediately coming out upright for you right now, Sagittarius, is a 4 of Swords. So this week might be characterized by some period of rest. There might be some need for rest that's coming to the forefront. You may be feeling rather drained or exhausted this week, that there may be something. There's also something that you may kind of be putting aside this week because you feel you need to give it a little space, allowing yourself to kind of come to terms with it around some circumstance or situation that may have been causing you too much grief or too much anxiety, just letting yourself come to peace with it. The other 2 cards we are seeing right now around this is Magician in its reversal. So whatever this is that you're allowing yourself this peace, this rest on, you're doing this because you're getting some frustration around being able to push this forward in the way that you truly hope or desire. This could also be talking about some sort of conflict point that the Sagittarians may be experiencing right now that is giving them a bit of anxiety as it relates to the fact that there may be a feeling that there is some kind of manipulation that is occurring around some circumstance or situation. And this is a situation that you're allowing to have rest towards. You're not really giving any bandwidth to anything that you feel is trying to manipulate you or move you into a space that you're not comfortable with. You'd rather just kind of let it lie. And you are kind of putting this space or pause on something as you determine the best next steps, or even if you want to continue in this direction or in this endeavor, given the energy that you're feeling around it. I'm also seeing here that there's a lot of concentration for the Sagittarians right now around their work, around how they do their work, around what's working and what's not working. And more than anything, there is some kind of frustration around figuring out how to drive forward and do the things that you're passionate about in the most functional way possible. And there may be feelings of a lot of self-doubt that may be occurring right now, Sagittarians, as is indicated by this Magician in its reversal as well. One of the issues with the Magician we see when it's in its reversal is this moment of having some doubt in oneself and in one's own abilities to move things forward in the best way possible. This period of rest makes a lot more sense in this case because this is the moment where the Sagittarians are giving themselves the space to try to build up their own confidence as they drive forward through this point that they're experiencing some kind of blockage in as it relates to the work they're trying to do or the things that they're trying to accomplish. Bottom of the deck right now for our Sagittarians is King of Wands. So this is going to feel a little bit different depending on whether you align to feminine or masculine energy, bearing in mind that this is not based on gender, but what you feel most aligned to. For masculine Sagittarians right now, this could be feeling a frustration point in your own ability to plan and see or have your prospective plans move forward in a functional way right now. You may be feeling a little foggier or off your mark, or you may be questioning the plans that you've put in place for your future endeavors. Now, for feminine energy, this could be feeling some kind of rest or blockage from some energy that is around you right now that you may not necessarily feel is moving towards you with the best advantage or with the best intentions at heart. The King of Wands is someone who is can typically be very communicative. So when we find it at the bottom of the deck, this could indicate an energy that is not being as communicative as you desire, or you may be feeling is coming across as somewhat manipulative or not necessarily seeking your best interest. And it's this energy that you're kind of allowing yourself to take a pause and rest from because you're trying to analyze if there is a possibility for this energy to work within your life right now. Thank you so much to our Sagittarians for being here today. We are doing all of the tarot astrology for all of the signs. If you are just joining us, we have done several of the signs right now. We are going to continue. I'm going to name off the signs that we've done so far. If I've already done your sign, never fear, because they will all be up on my YouTube channel at the conclusion of this live. I'm going to read off the ones that we've done so far. Now would be a good time to put yours in the comments. And so far, we have done Aries, Virgo, Sagittarius, and the next sign we are doing right now is Scorpio. If you are a Scorpio, sun, moon, or rising, tap that screen. If you know a Scorpio, sun, moon, or rising, now would be a great time to share the live with them so that they don't miss their reading. What do we have coming through for Scorpios this week? Can I please get 3 cards to clarify? 3 cards. We've got the first one coming out already, Scorpios, and you're going to like it because it's communication. Though might hit a little different depending on whether you align to feminine or masculine energy. Okay, we have our 3 cards out. The first thing we're seeing for Scorpio energy right now is communication, communication, communication is the watchword this week. Communicating in all aspects of your life. This could also indicate movement or travel towards things that you are ideally desiring. A lot of rapid movement, a lot of rapid communication this week. However, some of this is going to hit a little bit differently depending on whether you align to feminine or masculine energy, bearing in mind that this is not based on gender, but what you feel most aligned to. While the feminine energy right now may be receiving a lot of communication, you may be feeling at a bit of a detriment in order to really articulate and explain what it is that you want to do as it relates to the communication that you're receiving. We're seeing this with the Queen of Wands in its reversal. So this could indicate some feelings of frustration or an inability to communicate effectively or even to plan effectively as it relates to the things that are coming into you this week. Now, for masculine, Scorpios, this could be a lot of communication directed towards a manifestation of feminine that you feel is not being as communicative as you would desire, or that communication that you're receiving is not necessarily at the same equal rate or pace, or that communication is more negative bent. And I feel like there's a lot of kind of restoration that's happening for the masculine Scorpios here and trying to appease or amend this connection to this feminine energy. Now, and for feminine Scorpios, what we're really seeing here is a desire of trying to articulate and match the communication that you are receiving in a way that's going to really allow you the power as you go forward from this point. We are also seeing here that there's a lot of decisions being made for both masculine and feminine Scorpios this week, as is being indicated by the Judgment card. There is some big decision that you are sitting on this week, Scorpios. And if you have been sitting on a big decision, we're seeing that this is the week that you're really going to be making a determination around it. Now, for masculines, this could be resulting around whether you want to continue communication with this manifestation of feminine that you do feel is at some sort of detriment, though we do certainly see you trying. Whereas for feminine Scorpios, what we're really seeing this week is even though you are feeling a little bit at a deficit, particularly as it relates to your own ability to make plans or communicate, we see that you're making some decisions this week to help get you back into your upright, to allow you the power that you have as it relates to the new projects and plans that you want to move forward, to really give you that sense of authority and that sense of ownership and being able to move these things forward in the most functional way possible. Bottom of the deck right now for our Scorpionic energy is 2 of Cups in its reversal. So a lot of this week, a lot of these decisions may have a lot to do with partnership, bearing in mind that this doesn't necessarily need to be around relationship partnership, but it certainly can be. This could have to do with any partnerships in your life right now, Scorpio, that you do feel like is at a detriment. This could be professional, personal, familial, and yes, romantic. Being able to look at these right now and really assess what is working and what is not working is what is going to help you free up and make those decisions that are so necessary to really allow your plans and your communication to move forward in the most functional way possible. And for Scorpio masculines particularly, this could be a week where you're really making some determinations around the manifestation of feminine and really asking yourself if this is a type of energy that you can move forward with. While as for feminine, this could be looking at the partnerships in your life and asking if they are helping you have this sense of authority, if there are places that you can effectively communicate, or if you feel like your communication and your plans are falling upon deaf ears. So big decisions though this week around the Scorpio energy either way. Thank you so much to my Scorpios who are here with us today. And just a reminder, if you would like a private reading, you can book one on my website, Strega.com. Please keep in mind, if you book a private reading, it is a 2-step process. You have to book the reading and pay for the reading. Please make sure you do both if you'd like to have a reading with me. We are going to continue right now. Thank you to everybody joining us. I'm going to name off the signs that we've done so far. If I've already done your sign, never fear, for they will all be up on my YouTube channel at the conclusion of this. And welcome to everybody joining us on YouTube today as we go through all of the signs. So far, we have done Aries, Virgo, Sagittarius, Scorpio, and the next sign we are doing is Aquarius. Aquarius, sun, moon, or rising. Tap that screen. Let me know that you're here. If you know an Aquarius, sun, moon, or rising, please maybe share the live with them so they don't miss their reading. What do we have coming forward right now for our Aquarians? Can I please get 3 cards to clarify? 3 cards, please. Thank you. We've got the first one. Can I please get 2 more cards? Thank you so much. Can I please get 1 more card? We've got the third card out as well. There's the, oh my goodness. So Aquarians, we are seeing here that you are in a moment right now where you are feeling potentially vulnerable around a circumstance or situation. We are seeing this with the Strength card in its reversal. Something is kind of triggering you this week, and it is making you feel more vulnerable than you typically might find yourself being. We are seeing, though, that the issue and circumstance around this vulnerability is tied to some situation or circumstance that you are having a hard time moving away from. This is some situation or circumstance that has been causing you some sort of grief, some sort of anxiety. And we see the fact that you do want to move forward from this circumstance or situation in a functional way, but you may be feeling some inability or blocker in terms of trying to truly figure out how to do so without carrying the pain or the grief or the loss that you may be experiencing around this with you. There is a desire to kind of let go of this pain, to let go of this grief prior to moving forward. And I do want to say moving forward, because even with this occurring right now, and even in this vulnerable space, we don't see the Aquarians waiting too long on this, because here's that card again. We have Judgment showing up again. First for the Scorpions, and now for the Aquarians. There are big decisions that are looming this week for you Aquarians, and you need to make determinations on this. However, this decision or this big judgment, this choice that you have to make this week, it's feeling rather triggering because you know that it's going to have a big impact on things, but it's also making you feel very vulnerable because you're trying to find a way to make that choice that isn't going to cause any grief or anxiety for those that are around you, and you're trying to find a way forward that is going to create the most positivity and give you back your own strength and resiliency as you make this decision and choice. Bottom of the deck right now for Aquarians is 10 of Wands in its reversal. So more than anything, this is that blockage point. This is that desire not to necessarily move away from something, or feeling this moment of wanting to put down a burden that is being carried, that there is something that is just starting to feel like it's taking too much of your bandwidth, too much of your weight right now, Aquarians. And I feel like a lot of the judgment that you're making this week is trying to help lighten this load, because this is something that is becoming just too difficult to carry, and it's causing a lot of grief and anxiety, which is why we see you wanting to try to find a way forward that's going to be giving you that freedom and giving you that lightening of the load, but also in the most positive way possible. Thank you so much to my Aquarius who are here, and I wish you the best of luck on that journey. We are going to continue right now. Thank you to everybody joining us. Thank you so much for the likes and the shares and the follows. We are going to continue right now. I will name off the signs that we've done so far. If I have already done your sign, never fear, because they will all be on my YouTube channel at the conclusion of this live. If you'd like to join my YouTube channel, you can find a link on TikTok in my bio. Thank you guys so much. We've hit 500 subscribers this week on YouTube, so thank you so much for that as well. So far, my friends, we have done Aries, Virgo, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Aquarius, and the next sign we are doing right now is Taurus. If you are a Taurus, sun, moon, or rising, tap that screen. Let me know that you're here. If you know a Taurus, sun, moon, or rising, now would be a great time to share the live with them so they don't miss their reading. What do we have coming in store for our Taurus this week? Can I please get 3 cards to clarify? 3 cards, please. 3 cards for the Taurus energy. We have the first one out. May I please get 2 more cards? Here is our second card. And may I please have a third card? Thank you so much. Taurus, there's a lot of concentration right now as it relates to your inability to get some work done. There's a big focus on work this week, but also looking at what is not working and spending a lot of time and energy in this point of frustration and anxiety as you try to work through trying to figure out how to work in a better and more functional way. And I'm seeing this is causing even more inability, because while there is something here about trying to move forward in a positive way, that whatever this is that has you in a funk, some of the reason that you're finding this difficulty in working right now is because you've been changing your perspective on some situation or scenario that you've been carrying a lot of grief or anxiety around. We see here this desire or this shift of perspective this week where you're moving out of a grief mentality and you're moving into one of higher, of understanding kind of the reason some things had to happen the way that they did, and really trying to find the bright side to some circumstance or scenario. This is the change of perspective that is really needed. And I feel like you're also understanding that you're trying very hard to change your perspective on this, because whatever this grief you've been carrying right now, it has been making it hard for you to get the work done that you need to get done. And I do see here with the Knight of Swords in its reversal that this is going to hit a little bit differently depending on whether you align to feminine or masculine energy. Now, for the feminine Taurus right now, this could be a concentration on a representation of masculine that is currently around you that is not coming forward in the way that you would desire, that you're feeling that this energy has kind of pulled away or withdrawn from you. They're not showing you they're not showing you the ambition, the drive, the determination that you would hope to receive from this energy. And this could potentially be causing an additional frustration point that is making it hard for you to do the things that you are hoping to do. But I also feel like you may be starting to recognize that there is some weakness around this energy that you don't necessarily align to. And that understanding that weakness is what is also allowing you to change perspective. Because what I'm really getting a sense of, thank you so much for the gifts. What I'm really getting a sense of here with female Taurus is that you're kind of saying to this energy, like, look, if you can't match my energy, if you can't meet me where I'm at, then I don't really want anything to do with you. And it's that shift of perspective that's also allowing you to turn away from this masculine energy that isn't stepping up the way you want it to step up, and allowing yourself this brightening of possibilities as you go forward from this point. For masculine Taurus right now, this could be a moment where you are withdrawing your energy, where you are kind of feeling this lack of confidence or this lack of ability as it relates to driving something forward right now. This could be related to something around your work and this frustration point around your work as well. However, whatever this is, I feel like this is a recalibration point for the Taurus masculine energy as you kind of regroup, if you will. You kind of retreat from whatever you were driving forward on right now, because you recognize that it's not working, and you're trying to kind of find the positives or find the positive aspects that are going to allow you to kind of shift your maneuvers, as it were, so that you can attack this situation or problem from a different perspective that might allow for more possibilities or more abilities to get it to work in your favor. Bottom of the deck right now for the Taurus energy is the Fool. And what we're really seeing right here is there is some difficulty in moving forward for the Taurus energy as it relates to some new cycle that's beginning for you. There may be some anxiety or trepidation in starting off in a new direction or on a new path, but we do see here that there is this recognition that's happening around the Taurus energy and shifting your perspective to try to get into a more positive outlook as it relates to these new cycles starting, to these new directions that you're going into, to these new possibilities you're moving into, and to these new alternate approaches that you may also be moving into as well. You're not necessarily there yet. I feel like this is like an anxiety of trying new things, but we do see here with the Five of Cups in its reversal that this is a week that you're starting to allow yourself to get into the comfort zone where you're going to feel more optimistic about having to take this approach. Thank you so much to my Taurus. And if you are a Taurus who would like to get more insight on that, you can book a reading with me on my website, graystrega.com. Please keep in mind, if you book a reading, it is a two-step process. You have to book the reading and you have to pay for the reading. Please make sure you do both in order for us to have that reading. I'm going to name off the signs that we've done so far. If I've already done your sign, never fear, for they will all be up on my YouTube channel at the conclusion of this live. Hello to everybody joining us on YouTube. Hello to everybody joining us on TikTok. I'm going to name them all off so far, and I will read for the next one I see in the comments. So far, we have done Aries, Virgo, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Aquarius, Taurus. The next sign we are doing right now is Gemini. Gemini, sun, moon, or rising. Tap that screen. Let me know that you're here. If you know a Gemini, sun, moon, or rising, now would be a great time to share the live so that they don't miss their reading. What do we have coming forward this week for our Geminis? Can I please get 3 cards? 3 cards, please. Let's see. Oh, we've already got them out. They've dropped out very quickly, Gemini. Gemini, this is a week that I need you to really focus on your care of yourself. Something about the way you've been taking care of yourself is at a deficit. I'm seeing that right now with the Ace of Cups in its reversal. This week is drawing attention to something that needs to be adjusted in your life right now to allow for better care of the self. This is showing that there's some energy around you right now that you're pouring all of your time and energy into, and you're not getting it back in kind. So this is a week to really review and address where you're putting your energy, and to really ask yourself if this is the place that you should be doing it, and if this is draining you so much that you're not putting that care in your person that is so important and required right now. I'm seeing this also because we're seeing, along with this energy right now, the Four of Cups. And what we're really seeing here is this is a moment where you are really considering your options. But there may be an over consideration of the options on the table, and the feeling that you're not necessarily satisfied with any of those options. So you may be actually like draining yourself as you try to come to a choice around several options that you're not necessarily that eager for at all. This is just a reminder to the Geminis right now that if you're struggling right now on a choice, there may be another option on the table, particularly if you find yourself at a place where you're feeling very ambivalent about the options or the directions that you're going into. Let this be a little sign from your guides and your ancestors right now that there's something else you could consider. There is a better option that is on the table that isn't on the table. That's the point. You need to kind of stop focusing on the ones that you're looking at and really kind of expand your mind to consider new options and new possibilities or new directions for tackling this problem that has you really, really overextending yourself as you try to make this determination. Okay? We're also seeing here that for a lot of the Gemini energy right now, there is a need to walk away from some circumstance or situation that has been causing you too much pain and too much conflict, as is indicated by the Five of Swords in its reversal. This could be a week, Gemini, where there's some conflict coming to a resolution point, or there's been some kind of ongoing conflict. And this is the week that you just kind of accept and realize that you just no longer have the bandwidth and you no longer have the energy to really continue in this fashion, because you're not seeing any direction forward that's really considering like a positive outcome for you. And you're completely draining yourself in whatever this conflict or issue is. So for a lot of the Geminis, this is going to be the week of really understanding the perspective on how much this issue is taking a toll on you, and potentially making the determination just to walk away from it entirely, especially if this is causing you a place of really just exhaustion and a lack of self-care. I'm seeing a lot of confirmation from the Geminis in the comments, so I'm glad that this is connecting with so many of the Geminis. I do want to give you bottom of the deck information, something to keep in mind going forward. Geminis, this is a situation of imbalance. The real issue right now, and I think that this is really important, is there is a deep imbalance that is being shown to you in this circumstance or situation. And it's this balance that your Gemini spirit so needs to have back in alignment. So if you're finding yourself stuck right now in a situation or circumstance like this, because I'm seeing a lot of Geminis confirming that this is the case, then I really want you to focus on what the solution is that's going to restore the balance to your life, because that is going to be the best path forward for you. Even if that means moving away from the circumstance or situation entirely and putting that focus back into the care of the self. That is the most important thing right now for you, Geminis. Thank you so much to all of my Geminis who are here, and I wish you guys the best on that journey. And if you need some advice or insight on how to move forward from that, feel free to book a private reading on my website, gracestrega.com. Link is in my bio. We are going to continue from this point. You are so welcome to all of my Geminis. I'm going to read off the signs that we've done so far. If I've already done your sign, never fear, because they will all be up on my YouTube channel. Hello to everybody joining us on YouTube. Thank you so much for the comments. We are going to continue right now. So far, we have done Aries, Virgo, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Aquarius, Taurus, Gemini, and the next sign we are going to do is Pisces. Pisces, sun, moon, or rising. Tap that screen. Let me know that you're here. If you know a Pisces sun, moon, or rising, now would be a great time to share the live with them so they don't miss their reading. What do we have coming through this week for our Pisces? Can I please get 3 cards for our Pisces? We've got one in its transverse. Can I please get 2 more for Pisces, please? And we've got 2 here. The first card coming up, Pisces, is High Priestess in its transverse. So what we're really seeing here, Pisces, is there could be feelings of being a little bit off your spiritual center this week, particularly if you align to feminine energy, bearing in mind that this is not based on gender, but what you feel most aligned to. This is going to be feeling like a moment for the Pisces, where you could have moments where you feel like you're very much in tune with your spirituality, and then moments where you feel like you're completely not. You could really be also questioning a lot of things that you're feeling or experiencing right now, Pisces, and really asking yourself, or really looking at yourself and asking yourself if you are in alignment to your highest purpose, if you are in alignment to your highest path. Now, for masculine Pisces, this could also be feeling like there is a representation of feminine right now that you are feeling uncertain or ambivalent on, not being sure if they are in their spiritual alignment or if they are in a spiritual deficit. So there could be an energy that the Piscean men are waiting for around almost like waiting on a representation of feminine who they look towards very highly, but they may not necessarily be in communication with. Whereas for Pisces feminine, this is just going to feel like a very confusing energy around you because you're not even sure how to make sense of it right now. You're not even sure how you feel. It's like if someone asks you, how are you feeling? You're like, it's literally like you're saying, I don't know how I feel. Like, to me, like, ask me in another 5 minutes, because I feel like this is really going back and forth. The other two cards we see hidden right now around this is there's some kind of struggle that Pisces is experiencing this week where they really feel like they have to defend themselves and defend the position that they're coming from. For a lot of you Pisces today, this week, this is going to be a moment where you really need to ask yourself, are you even like willing to like get yourself involved in these kind of arguments? Or is it really even necessary to, particularly if you know that you have the right, or that you feel like this is something that is very aligned to your own integrity or your own purpose? A lot of this is going to feel like you're kind of fighting against like a wave, as it were, and being forced to defend yourself in a place where you feel like you might not necessarily even should or have to. This could be causing some of this triggering feeling that is happening right now with this High Priestess in its transverse and this uncertainty, because the feminine energy is feeling uncertain because someone has them questioning their own self, and that questioning, that having to fight against their own feelings, is what's causing some of this energy to be in its transverse. For masculine, this could be even talking about a feminine energy that you are in conflict with or having some difficulty with, that you feel you have to defend your position against, and you're really asking yourself if they're in the right or if you're in the right. I do see here that for both both Pisces energy, masculine and feminine, are trying to get their mind off of this by moving into some energies that are a little bit more carefree and less like taking up so much mental bandwidth. I'm seeing this right now with the Page of Cups. So for a lot of the advice that we're almost seeing here for the Pisces is, if this situation is getting too hairy for you to deal with, or you're feeling too ambivalent or too uncertain, might be a good time to kind of get your mind off of it, particularly as it relates to some friends or some companions or just some energy around you that wants to just kind of like put down the battle, put down the mental argument, put down even the actual argument that you may be having right now around with some other person, and just let yourself enjoy and have a good time. Just kind of giving yourself this moment to break out of this like kind of mental prison that you put yourself in might give you the perspective that you need to really help you get back into better alignment as it relates to this High Priestess in its transverse. Bottom of the deck right now for our Pisces is Six of Pentacles. So for the Piscean energy right now, what we're really seeing is there is a feeling of not necessarily having someone being able to give you what you need right now, or not being able to come forward with the generosity that you yourself are giving that other energy. There's a lot of thoughts right now around reciprocity, around what is right, around whether the energies with you or around you right now are being generous and offering you the things that you need and desire, and whether you're able to do so in kind right now. There could be feeling like that someone is recalling their energy and you're not necessarily getting what you need to really feel like you are in the place that you want to give your energy to them in turn. This can also come across as like frustration or anxiety as it relates to being breadcrumbed or not receiving the kind of communication or degree of information that you need in order to positively move forward on a situation, which could also be causing some of this High Priestess or this lack of clarity that we're seeing as it relates to some higher issue that you are fighting so hard against right now, Pisces. But again, this might be a very good time to just kind of let loose and let yourself enjoy yourself a little bit and be able to return to the situation with a bit of a higher with a bit more clarity, having broken away from it for a short period of time, Thank you so much for the gifts. I deeply appreciate them, Oniel. We are going to continue right now. That was our reading for Pisces. Thank you so much, Pisces, for receiving these messages. And if you are a Pisces who would like to get some more indication on how to move forward on that, you can book a private reading on my website, gracestrega.com. I am going to name off the signs that we've done so far. If I've already done your sign, never fear, for they will all be up on my YouTube channel at the conclusion of this live. So far, we have done, and if you'd like yours next, put it in the comments. So far, we have done Aries, Virgo, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Aquarius, Taurus, Gemini, Pisces. The next sign we are doing is Libra. Libra, sun, moon, or rising. Tap that screen. Let me know that you're here. If you know a Libra, sun, moon, or rising, now would be a great time to share the live with them so they don't miss their reading. What do we have coming in store for our Libras this week? Can I please get 3 cards to clarify? The first card we have coming through is new communication, new energy coming forward with the Page of Wands. So what we're really seeing here is this is a moment where you're introducing new energy into your life, Libra, with new ideas, new possibilities, maybe even new offers around love as it relates to that, if that is also in your wheelhouse right now. What else do we have coming through for our Libras? We've got the other 2 cards coming through. This is a very big week for Libras this week, because what we're also seeing here is, Libra, I want to point out that one of the reasons you're going to be able to have these new opportunities and these new offers coming through right now is because you've been focusing very hard on your own abilities of manifesting. You are moving forward from this point right now, particularly with this 7 of Cups in this reversal, where you are not moving from place of illusion. You know exactly what you want. You're not going to be disillusioned or led astray because you're focusing so heavily on the things that you want to move forward with. And that is also what's allowing these new energies to come forward with you right now in a very productive, positive way. And when I say positive, I mean positive, because the next card we have coming up right now for Libras is an Ace of Pentacles, which shows us that there are new opportunities, new offers on the horizon, and that this is a week that these are really going to be coming in for you. So if there's any offers that you've been waiting on, Libras, this could be the week that those offers kind of come to fruition. And this is also a week that you're potentially going to see a lot of tangible offers as a result of the work that you've been doing and really focusing your energy on the things that you're truly hoping to move forward with. Really beautiful energy for Libras this week. And I love the fact that with that is coming all of this new communication. So you have not only the new communication, the new projects, the new people, the new passions, but we also have a lot of new material success or tangible success coming through as well with that energy. Bottom of the deck right now for our Libras on what is a fantastic reading is Ace of Wands. So there is some anxiety that you may be feeling with all of this coming forward, because this is a week that I feel like you're really going to have to put some energy into the things that you're doing. And you realize that a lot of this stuff that you've been trying to push forward with, now is the time that you're really going to have to get to work on it. So being able to really figure out the functional way to drive forward on these projects, on these opportunities. Thank you so much for the confirmation in the comments, Libra. That is what's going to be the real challenge, because this is almost like a situation where you've been pushing against these for so long, and now is the moment that you're really going to have to put the pedal to the metal and show that the things that you've really wanted, you are now ready to achieve. But I will say Ace of Wands in its reversal says that this is definitely in your power. You just need to put your application to it as you go forward from this point. Beautiful reading for our Libras. I will take it. Thank you so much to our Libras who are here. We are going to continue right now. If you're joining us, we are doing the tarot astrology for all the signs. I am going to name off the signs that we've done so far. If I've already done your sign, never fear, for they will all be up on my YouTube channel at the conclusion of this, so you can find them there. Just make sure you're subscribed to my YouTube. You can find the link to my YouTube channel in my bio on TikTok. Thank you guys so much. We reached 500 subscribers this week. I'm very happy about that. So far, we have done Aries, Virgo, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Aquarius, Taurus, Gemini, Pisces, Libra. And the next sign we are doing right now is Capricorn. If you are a Capricorn sun, moon, or rising, tap that screen. If you know a Capricorn sun, moon, or rising, now would be a great time to share the live with them so they don't miss their reading. What do we have coming forward this week for our Capricorns? Can I please get 3 cards to clarify? First card is out. Can I please get 2 more cards? We've got 4 cards coming through right now for our Capricorns. First one being Going to feel a little different depending on whether you align to feminine or masculine energy. That first card we are seeing right now is a Queen of Cups in its reversals. So for the Capricorn feminine right now, this could be a week that is feeling very emotional. You could be feeling very emotionally drained, or you could be feeling very disconnected from your emotions. But either way, this does say that there is a concentration or need to kind of return into a place with positive emotional outlooks. Now, for the Capricorn masculine right now, this could be your attention being drawn to a manifestation of feminine right now that you feel is at an emotional deficit, which means that they're either being overly emotional or they are not expressing their emotionality to the degree that you would hope them to. But either way, we're showing this deficit. The next thing we are seeing right now is whatever this is, both for masculine and feminine, the result is you are withholding. Now, for masculines, this is holding back around a particular energy because you feel like the feminine is not manifestation, is not in a place that you can emotionally connect with it. While for feminine Capricorns this week, this could be a moment where you are just feeling like at such an emotional drainage point or at such an emotional vulnerability that you're really just holding your cards very close to your chest as you try to get back into emotional balance. We're also seeing here that this is a week that there are some big decisions being made around the Capricorn energy. That's something about what is going on. Masculine energy, this could be a determination that you're making around some sort of feminine manifestation. Whereas for feminine, we are seeing that this is a week where you might be making some choices about what you need to remove or cut out of your life right now in order to get back into spiritual balance. Because we do see here that you are kind of reaching some sort of exhaustion point that needs to be addressed. Thank you so much for the confirmation in the comments to my Capricorns. And this is the moment where you're just basically saying enough is enough, particularly if you're if you're a feminine Capricorn, and you're realizing that you just need to stop doing something or cut something out of your life because it's just emotionally draining you. While as for masculines, this could be making some decisions around cutting some certain energy because you don't feel like you are in connection with it. Continuing to get clarity on this, we do see here that there is kind of help on the way for the Capricorns, because while we see that in one case, there is this feeling of drain that particularly the Capricorn feminines are feeling, this exhaustion point, as you kind of readdress what you're looking at, you're withholding and you're making some determinations to cut things out. I do feel like there are some energies that are trying to come forward to you right now to lend assistance. And this is what is giving you a little bit of support, because I do feel like this energy recognizes that you are at this deficit and they want to come lend their support. The big question is whether you're going to accept it or not, because we see here that you're withholding. So I want you to keep this in mind to my Capricorn feminines. If you are feeling like you need help and someone is offering you help, maybe now would be a good time to take that help, right? Because we do see that you are kind of being a bit standoffish from this point that you're experiencing, where you're kind of instead just kind of holding back and cutting things out instead of maybe potentially allowing this assistance to come in to help you and give you aid. Now, for masculine Capricorns, what we're seeing this week is this is the moment that you actually might be trying to drive forward in some way, even as you're cutting some energies out. So we see with the masculines, it's very interesting because they're going to be cutting some energies out, potentially around some manifestation of feminine that is not necessarily meeting them where they want to from an emotional expression, but they are driving forward in other ways to offer that emotional expression in a way that they can. So this could be a moment where for the masculine Capricorn energy is a bit more back and forth, because on one hand, I see that they want to kind of, they're deciding whether they should cut out like connecting to this feminine energy, or whether they should come forward to try to offer that support to try to get them back into that better space. Bottom of the deck for our Capricorns right now is Seven of Swords in its reversal. So there could be a circumstance or situation. One of the reasons that you could be withholding so much this week, Capricorns, is something is very much triggering you right now. You're looking at this circumstance or scenario and it's reminding you of something from the past that hurt you. And whatever this is, it's that trigger point that has the feminines right now in this emotional upheaval. While as for the masculines, this is something that is triggering, but it's causing you to kind of take like back and forth action. It's kind of got you acting a bit more frenetically as you try to decide what to do to try to avoid the circumstances from happening in the same way that they did in the past. One thing to keep in mind right now, Capricorns, is trying to make sure that you're not acting from your trigger point. Try to, especially if you're the Capricorn feminine right now, do a lot of work to try to come into your emotional center before you make any kind of rash decisions in that place of emotional detriment. Whereas for masculine Capricorns, really kind of focusing on what you're trying to do, because I do feel like there is something kind of back and forth about withholding and cutting things out while also coming forward and trying to make emotional offers. Thank you so much to my Capricorns. Thank you so much for all of the confirmation and the comments around that journey. And if you need some assistance in getting guidance on how to move forward from that point, Capricorns, you can book a private reading with me on my website, Strega.com. Welcome to everyone joining us right now. We are doing the tarot astrology for all the signs. I'm going to name off the ones that we've done so far. And if I've already done your sign, never fear, for they will all be up on my YouTube channel at the conclusion of this live. So far, we have done Aries, Virgo, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Aquarius, Taurus, Gemini, Pisces, Libra, Capricorn. And the next sign we are doing is Cancer. Cancer, sun, moon, or rising. Tap that screen. If you know a Cancer, sun, moon, or rising, now would be a great time to share the live with them so they don't miss their reading. What do we have coming forward right now for our Cancer placements? Can I please get 3 cards to clarify? 3 cards, please. Bear with me one moment. Okay, can I please get 2 more cards? Thank you. And can I please get 1? Ooh, we got 4 cards coming through for Cancers right now. And I like it. I like it. It's a little hairy, but it's in the right direction. Cancers, you're coming out of a period of healing. Something has gotten you wounded and something you've been recovering from, but we see that this is the week that you're really kind of breaking out of your shell, if you will. You're not letting yourself kind of rest in a place of tending your wounds, but now is the week that you're really kind of feeling that impetus to push forward in some degree to get yourself back out there. I'm seeing this because I feel like you're getting a lot of support from the energy around you right now, as is being represented by the 6 of Cups, that you're feeling right now a lot of energetic connections, a lot of positive connections that are calling for you or trying to help you and give you support as you go through this time of difficulty that you're experiencing. And it's almost like this energy is recognized that you are coming from a place of wounding and hurt. And a lot of these deep, positive karmic connections are coming to try to help you heal these wounds. I'm also seeing here that one of the reasons you're also coming forward this week is because there's some very tangible offers coming towards you right now as well, as is being indicated by the Ace of Pentacles. So again, if there's something that you've been waiting on this week for the last few weeks, Cancer, this is a good sign that you can probably have some good news as it relates to some offers or opportunities coming to fruition this week. And I feel like a lot of you are kind of pushing out of your comfort zone right now to really be able to go after these offers or these opportunities that are making themselves so aware to you at this present time. This is really you kind of jumping on this moment and taking it for its full opportunity, even if you're not feeling like completely at 100% right now. I'm saying that also because when I say not at 100%, we are seeing that with the star in its reversal right now. And what this is really indicating is that, like I said, the Cancers are pushing through and they're kind of faking it till they make it at this point because they see that the circumstances around them are requiring it. They see that there are some energies around them that they want to support because they're also being supported by them. And you see these new offers and opportunities coming through that you want to also kind of make sure that you're arriving to. But there is some anxiety that you're feeling right now, Cancers, around your own ability to show up, around your own authenticity, around being able to be your most authentic, expressive self. Something has potentially gotten you in the detriment. I always point out with star in its reversal, I frequently don't see the star in its reversal that hasn't been put somewhere by someone. So I feel like a lot of the Cancer energy is potentially recovering from some circumstance or scenario, particularly potentially with an individual that just made them feel like they were not able to be their most true, authentic self. And it's that recovery, that coming back into your confidence this week that we see you really struggling with, even as you see so much support coming towards you right now and so many opportunities that will give you cause to understand just how valuable you are and just how much you can be living in your most authentic experience. Bottom of the deck right now for our Cancers, thank you guys so much for the confirmation in the comments, is 5 of Swords in its reversal. So whatever this experience is, whatever's got you at a detriment, Cancers, this is the issue. I feel like you're still struggling as to whether you want to let those circumstances go or not. That you are still feeling like there is some issue around the past that needs to be addressed. And you're really asking yourself if it is worth addressing or if it is whether best to let it go. I will point out that if something has you at such a detriment right now, it might be better to let that go, even though I see that you don't necessarily want to do that you kind of want to return to that situation and try to get the resolution that you need. Just a reminder, Cancers, frequently situations don't give us resolution. We need to create resolution for ourselves. This might be a circumstance of that, particularly if something has you in such a detriment already. Thank you so much to all of my Cancers. Oh, thank you so much for the confirmation in the comments, Cancers. I deeply appreciate you. And if you would like to get more clarification on that reading, Cancers, you can always book a reading with me on my website, Strega.com. Thank you so much to everybody who is joining us right now. We are doing the tarot astrology for all of the signs. I'm going to name off the signs that we have done so far. If I've already done your sign, never fear, for they will all be up on my YouTube channel at the conclusion of this reading. So far, we have done Aries, Virgo, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Aquarius, Taurus, Gemini, Pisces, Libra, Capricorn, Cancer, and that's it. The best for last. I'm going to say that because that's my sign. We are doing Leo. I'm very surprised. Leo is almost never at the end, but maybe it's for the best for today. All right. We are saving the best for last. If you are a Leo, sun, moon, or rising, tap that screen. If you know a Leo, sun, moon, or rising, now would be a great time to share the live with them. We've already got one card out hidden. Can I please get the next two cards? We've got the three cards out for Leo. The first thing we are seeing, all this judgment this week. There's so much judgment in all the signs. Leo is also going through a big decision this week, as is indicated by the judgment card coming up for what, the third time now in our read? Big decisions this week for Leo to be making, two cards hidden around it. However, Leo, what are you doing right now? Because I see that you have a big decision to make, but you're having a hard time making that decision because you're having some inability or difficulty really determining what your path forward is or how you want to go forward. There's something that's holding you back. There's something that is obfuscating your vision as it relates to your plans moving forward. You might be feeling a little stuck or stubborn on something right now. This could also be indicating some difficulty in communicating in the digital field as it relates to this. The softened card comes up as it relates to digital for me as well. But this is really showing potentially like a lack of vision this week. Like you're so, what I'm really seeing, Leos, is you're so concerned with this decision you make that it's almost obfuscating or blocking your ability to functionally go forward until you make this decision. So this is really why this decision is becoming so important for you this week, Leo, as you go forward from this point, because you're really just accepting that until you make this judgment, until you make this decision you're being called to make, your ability to move forward is almost completely blocked. And I'm seeing here that you're realizing that the time is up on something, that there's something that you've been pouring a lot of time and energy into, and you're not seeing the results of your actions. And I feel like this is the moment that you're really asking yourself, and this is where that judgment decision is coming through. Is it worth staying in it? Is it worth continuing to put your energy into something if you're not seeing the fruits of your labor? Or is this the moment that you're going to walk away because whatever this is that you've been pouring all of your time and energy into, it's not showing you the results that you hope for, and it's making it very hard for you to plan your course ahead. This is why judgment is coming up as the first card for Leos, because this is about the week that says, like, are you going to sit around and continue to wait for these things that are not coming to fruition? Are you going to let them continue to block your vision as it relates to your path moving forward? Or are you going to read the writing on the wall and make this decision as you go forward from this point? Bottom of the deck right now for our Leos is Queen of Pentacles in its reversal. And this is going to feel a little bit different depending on whether you align to feminine or masculine energy, bearing in mind that this is not based on gender, but what you feel most aligned to. For feminine right now, this could be feeling an inability to make this decision because you're feeling at a detriment as it relates to your own stability and your own security. And something about feeling that lack mindset is what's also making it so hard to move away from whatever this is that you've poured so much time and energy into. Now, for masculine Leos, this could be feeling that you are putting a lot of your time and energy into a representation around a feminine energy that is not stable and is not supportive. And this is the moment that you're trying to decide whether it's time to walk away from it or not, because this is not necessarily the energy that's not giving you the same stability and support that you would be hoping from it. But this is the moment for both masculine and feminine Leos that we see the judgment is tantamount and making that determination and making that decision for yourself as you go forward from this point. Thank you guys so much. That is all of our signs this week. Just a reminder, we will be moving on to personal readings on TikTok. So if you'd like to get on the list is active. If you are joining us on YouTube, thank you so much for being here. Just a reminder, if you would like to book a private reading with me, you can book one on my website, gracestrega.com. Please keep in mind, if you book a private reading, it's a two-step process. You have to pay for the reading and book the reading. Please make sure you hit both buttons. I hope you have a beautiful night. Thank you guys so much for being here, and we will do this again next week. Take care. All right, for anybody joining us on